Hello everyone, I am Imran Ali from Noida Institute of Engineering and Technology, Greater Noida, Department of Management Study. This is my lecture 27 on total quality management. So, today I am going to discuss about what is the concept of the total quality, why total quality is important for the organization, and what cost organizations have to pay in order to maintain quality inside the organization. As per the definitions of the quality means those feature of a product which meet customer need and thereby provide customer satisfaction. So, the quality it is what, either it is a product or it is a services, whether it is in the position to meet the need and requirement of the customer. Any product or any services, if it is in the need or in the position to meet out the requirement of the customer, then products are going to be considered as full of quality. So, either it is an airline if it is coming on time and leaving on time, or it is a product that is performing the expected features or function of a particular product, that is known as quality of a particular product or a particular service organization. Now, it is the quality that is largely connected with the customer satisfaction. If a product it is of high standard and of high quality, then the satisfaction is likely to be more. If the quality of a particular product it is lower, then the satisfaction level of the customer it is likely to be lower one. So, in the manufacturing organization as well as in the service organization, it is important and inevitable for the organization to maintain a higher standard of quality either into manufacturing organization or into service organization, so that organization can maintain a higher standard of customer satisfaction. Since nowadays competition is increasing, there are several companies who are entering into businesses, and in the year to come intensity of competition is also expected to be high. It is important for all organization that quality standard have to be maintained. Recently, we have seen that intensity of the competition into manufacturing is increased very high, and the objective of the company nowadays it is to move into the international market as well as into the domestic market. So, we have to we need to be concerned more about the quality, and therefore, we are expected to impact customer satisfaction positively. In Indian economy, there are certain regulatory bodies or there are certain agencies which are responsible to maintain quality in during the manufacturing, quality during the distribution, as well as the quality standard when providing services to the customer. The first likewise agency it is DGCA, that is Directorate General of Civil Aviation. This DGCA is responsible for into the aviation industry quality of services need to be as per the expectation of the customer. For example, it is Indigo, it is SpiceJet, it is Air India or any airline company, they have to be stick to their schedule into the departure as well as to the arrival time, and the customer need to be feel more safer. So, these all airline company they need to be more concerned about quality into their services, or the services quality need to be improved, so that the customers are much more satisfied with the existing player. Next, it is about FSSAI, it is Food Standard and Safety Authority of India. Into the food category, there is a high requirement that the all companies who are providing the food product or the ready made product for having it, then the quality standards are to be maintained around. Next, it is about USFDA, that is United States Food and Drug Administration. So, United States Food and Drug Administration is also responsible to regulate the manufacturing of all pharmaceutical product or all food product into United States of America. So, USFDA has set the guidelines or certain regulatory framework that how pharmaceutical companies or other companies that are dealing into the food product, what kind of quality standard they have to maintain so that they are in the position to export to the international market. For example, either it is Cipla, either it is Sun Pharma, either it is MACD, or it is any other company. If they have to operate into the international market, they need to follow the guideline laid down by the US FDA. Especially into pharmaceutical industry, all company have to maintain their manufacturing plant as per the US FDA guideline. Frequently, the team from the US FDA used to visit to the manufacturing plant of the company, and they just want to check out whether the process used to manufacture a particular product or to provide services are as per the guideline of the US FDA or not. Similarly, it is about into the services also. So, these are the some the like US FDA in every country, either it is UK, either it is USA, or it is into some of the Asian country. There are certain regulatory body whose purpose is just to regulate the quality standard into the product and services. We all know it is about ISO, the International Standard Organization. ISO also came into existence just to ensure quality standard into the product and services. So, the total quality management, it is what? It is the management of the quality once we are providing a product or we are providing a services, so that the satisfaction level of the customers can be maintained, and higher level of the customer satisfaction, it is going to be in the interest of the organization or overall industry and the economy. Now, the quality control on the raw material. So, any organization who are obsessively concerned about the quality standard, the first step that a company have to look into, the raw material that is coming, it need to be of high quality. It is it is Parle-G or it is Britannia or any FMG company which are largely using raw material into their manufacturing processes. The first step they have to look after, it is the quality of raw material. And quality of raw material can be ensured by if your supplier are reliable, if your supplier are trustable, and your suppliers are providing the product or the raw material as per the agreed terms and condition. So, any organization obsessed and concerned about the quality need to be more concerned about the raw material quality, because your entire manufacturing, your entire distribution or customer satisfaction or the quality standards are ultimately depend upon the quality of the raw material. Next, it is the quality control on processes and operation. Any manufacturing processes is consist of or it compose of several processes. For example, the first step it is that you will purchase raw material from outside. Second step, it is going to be that raw material it is going to be converted into finished good. Third operation or process, it is going to be that manufactured products are going to be distributed or going to be sold out to the customer. So, these all three processes need to be maintained a quality standard, and either it is inside inbound activities or it is manufacturing or it is outbound activity, all have to maintain higher standard of the quality, so that the total satisfaction or the total quality standard in a particular organization can be maintained by the company terms and condition. Next, it is quality control on outgoing finished goods. So, as I have discussed that quality standard have to be maintained even when the goods are going outside the organization. I mean to say, in the transition phase or into the distribution phase, at some point of time there may be some wear and tear, there may be some distortion into the quality of the of the product. So, as a organization we have to look into that our distribution, our transportation need to be done in such a way so that the quality standards are not going to be deteriorated or quality standards are not going to impact negatively to the quality of the product. So, in order to maintain the quality, either it is a service organization, either it is a manufacturing organization, We have to be much concerned about raw material, especially in manufacturing. We need to be more concerned about processes, how we are going to provide a product or a services, or it is outgoing finished goods that when we are into the distribution phase. We have observed that nowadays distribution processes have undergone through a transformation phase. Drastic changes have taken place, especially because of the e-commerce or online distribution that has came into existence, especially after the arrival of Zomato and Swiggy. What kind of distribution mechanism they have brought in. Next, why quality it is important, either it is a domestic organization or it is a multinational corporation, why they need to be so much obsessed about, why they need to be so much concerned about the quality standard. So, the first, it is about the company reputation. Organizations who are more concerned about quality parameter or quality standard, their reputation or their brand image is much better as compared to those organizations whose quality standard or whose quality parameters are a little bit lower. We know about Sony, how worldwide they are known for its quality standard. We know about Apple, how brand it is famous for its quality standard and quality parameter. So, if Apple it is in the position to distinguish itself from the other handset manufacturer, because company have tried to maintain its quality across the globe or across the world, and therefore company reputation it is much higher as compared to other companies. Similarly, it is about IKEA, it is into the furniture retailing. This company has maintained its reputation much better than other player. So, once you are a quality conscious organization, either it is a service based or a manufacturing based, your image, your reputation, your brand equity, it is going to be different in the market or into the comparative scenario. We know about IITs, IIMs, so these institutions has maintained a distinguished image or a differentiated image in the market, because they are relatively highly concerned about the quality standard and about the quality parameter. So, quality will show up in perception about the firm's new product, it is employment practices, and it is supplier relation. So, once you have maintained a quality parameter or quality standard, your products are going to be accepted immediately by the customer, because already you are having a positive image in the mind of consumer. We say as and when the Apple launch a new product, customers are crazy to purchase it. Whenever ITC launch a new product, the probability of its success are a little bit higher, because it's the quality is much more higher as compared to the other player. Next, it is about employment practices. Company who are known for its quality, they are also concerned about the employee satisfaction. They are also much concerned about the employment practices, and that encourage or lead the company to make a better resources. Next, it is about the supplier relation. Supplier are also happy to supply the raw material or the product to the company or the organizations who are relatively highly concerned about quality standard. Next, it is about the product liability. What is the concept of the product liability? A company who has manufactured a particular product, in case it is found that some defects are there and this defect has caused certain injury, certain financial loss, or health loss to a particular consumer or a customer, then manufacturer is liable to compensate, manufacturer is liable to pay it. So, the product liability is going to be high, or companies are likely to be pay more in case there are certain default in the manufacturing. Company who are more concerned about the quality, their defects are expected to be a little bit low, and so the product liability is also going to be a little bit lower. Next, it is about the global implications. Product must meet global quality, design and price expectation. companies who are planning to expand into the international market, either it is Eicher, either it is Maruti Suzuki, or it is Hyundai, which is already doing exceptionally good into export market, or it is TVS Motor, or it is Mahindra and Mahindra. These companies are planning to expand themselves into international market by increasing export. So, those companies and those organizations whose image and brand image is very strong, they would be more capable to sustain and survive into international market. So, I would suggest any company who want to compete into the international market, or who dream to move into the international market, they are supposed to require, or they are supposed to maintain a high quality in their manufacturing processes or in the process of providing services, so that their image it is going to be better and customers are accepting their product into the international market. Because in the global market or into the international market, we have to compete with all companies from across the globe. So, our intention behind it need to be that are we in the position to compete with all companies across the globe. What is the cost that a company have to pay, or what is the cost that a company is going to bear in order to maintain a quality standard inside in the organization? First, it is about the prevention cost, reducing the potential for defective parts or services. So, prevention cost is why company is interested to maintain or to prevent that defective items should not be manufactured. For that sake, what we can do, we can provide more training to the organizations, we can ask the employees to go for higher studies, we need to provide management development program. So, we want to keep our employees updated, motivated, well trained, so that they are in the position to handle the equipment, machinery more efficiently or effectively, so that some error are not going to happen into future course of time. So, this is where we want to see and we want to analyze that in order to maintain quality, we need to provide more training to our employees, make them updated, make them aware that what trends are going to happen into future course of time, so that these kind of problems are not going to happen into future. Next, it is about the appraisal cost. Into the appraisal cost, what I am going to do, it is evaluating product, processes, parts and services, that is about testing lab and inspector. So, in order to maintain a quality into manufacturing, especially in manufacturing organization, we can make a team who frequently used to visit. They are inspecting about the quality standard or quality parameter of the product and services, and just we need to see and observe whether these quality standards are as per the expectation of the customer or not. Next, it is about internal failure cost, producing defective parts or services before delivery to the customer. Now, before internal failure, producing defective parts or services before delivery to the customer. So, we need to just want to rework, or we need to want to reduce the scrap, so that it is not going to be harmful for the organization. Internal failure cost, it is an attempt to save the image of the organization. Internal failure cost, it is an attempt so that before the product it is going to reach to the customer, we should recheck it and we need to find out that it should not having any defects or quality issue. Next, it is about the external failure cost. After delivery of the defective part or services, the lost good product return. So, this stage comes when the product has reached to the customer, and now the company want to just check out that once the product is reached to the customer, it should not be having any defect and the product should be up to the quality standard of the customer. Then only they are going to be satisfied. Otherwise, the brand image or the goodwill of the company is going to be bad. or it is product return, it is going to be high, which is again not good for the brand image of the organization. We have seen when the Nano was launched, there was certain defect. We recently have seen there was a certain defect into Thar, a product from the Mahindra and Mahindra. We have seen certain defect which are being there into Volkswagen earlier. So these kind of instances or practices, once product reach to the customer and then we observe and find out that there are certain defects, they need to be avoided by the company, because it has a negative impact on the brand image of the company. Next, quality. What are the financial effect of the quality on company? Effects on income. Quality products secure more sales and profitability. So there are several studies, there are several researches which has confirmed that organizations who are more quality conscious, their bottom line is more strong, their profitability is high, and these organizations are relatively doing more sales as compared to the organization which are not so much quality conscious, or whose quality standards are not so good. Next, it is about the effect on cost. Cost of the poor quality is shockingly very high. So if any if the quality of your service or quality of the product is not as per the standard of the customer, then this could be a shocking news for a particular organization. So we need to just maintain quality standard, so that this kind of problems should not be with the organization, or satisfaction of the customer need to be high. Next, it is about the benefit of the TQM. What are the benefit for an organizations who maintain high standard of the quality? It is less product defect. So the number of defect into a product, it is going to be less, or they are going to be few in number. So we need to just maintain that how quality standard or quality parameters are going to be maintained. Next, it is about satisfy customer. A company who are going to or maintain a high quality standard, their customers are more satisfied, and these are more loyal, and they desire or they dream to stay with the company for long span of time. There was a survey conducted for Maruti Suzuki, there was another survey which was conducted for Toyota, and customer were more willing to repurchase their product, or the customer were more interested to purchase their product, because companies are, since they are providing quality, customers are more satisfied and they again want to purchase the product from the same company. Next, it is about the lower cost. So quality standard will help the company to lower down the expenses, to lower down the product liability, to lower down the other expenses, and which is going to save lot of cost for the company, and the overall cost of business, overall cost of marketing, it is going to be a little bit safer. Next, it is about well defined cultural values. TQM mindset prevailed across all aspects of the organization. Any company who interested to maintain a high quality standard, they should know about that quality maintenance is a function of all organization. It cannot be done by a single individual, it cannot be done by a single department. It is HR, it is marketing, it is finance, it is manufacturing, it is information technology, all they have to come together, and they need to ensure about that our processes and manufacturing methods are full of quality and full of standards. Next, there are certain principle that a company have to maintain and look after. It is about certain principle of TQM, total quality management. So the first, it is about focus on customer. If any organization want to maintain quality into their product and services, they need to research more about their customer, they need to know more about what are the requirement of their customer, what kind of need they are having, and accordingly they need to manufacture their product, accordingly they need to change their processes of manufacturing, accordingly they need to change their processes of providing services. We have seen that what kind of drastic changes are happening in the COVID era because every organizations is doing a lot of changes into their way how they are providing product or they are providing other services. They are incorporating internet into their process of providing services, because today's customer it is more health conscious, today's customer it is more IT enabled, today customer it is more techno savvy. So, as and when the need of the customer will change, as and when the customer it is going to be changes, our method, our processes of providing services and manufacturing product are also expected to be changed. Next, it is about employee involvement. The quality only can be maintained throughout the organization. So, either it is CEO at the top level or it is the sales executive at the bottom level, everyone inside the organization from top to bottom, they all are interested or they all are responsible for maintaining the quality standard inside the organization. Next, it is about the process center. Either it is initial process or it is manufacturing or it is distribution, it is transportation, it is communication, all processes have to maintain as per the. Next, it is about integrated system. So, manufacturing process it is entirely integrated with each other, the supplier, the manufacturing, the distribution, transportation. So, this the integrated system, since it is, our intention to maintain quality should also be integrated from the point of view. Next, it is about strategic and systematic approach. This systematic approach need to be more systematic, they need to be into sequential, and they need to find out that where there are certain deviation, whether there are certain changes are happening which are not as per the standard or requirement of the company. So, we need to be more concerned about that, we need to be more systematic, we need to be more sequential in our approaches, and time to time need to identify whether the quality standards are being maintained by the company or some corrections is being required or some deviation it is taking place. Next, it is about decision making based on fact. Now, it is a today's trend that organization largely are moving on toward data, and our decisions, once they are more on data driven, they are more driven by fact rather than emotion, rather than experiences, then it is going to be more concern about, and through data like Six Sigma we can maintain our quality standard. It is communication standard that we have to maintain throughout the organization, and quality it is a continuous exercise that company have to be maintained. So, quality maintenance it is not a one day or 2 day phenomena, it is a continuous exercise that all organization have to maintain, and that will have the company to maintain the quality standard inside the organization. So, this was all that I have discussed about total quality management and quality standard. What is quality, how quality standard are to be maintained, and how does company can take certain steps so that the quality parameters can be maintained by the organization. Thank you everyone. Thank you.